All right, bows and bow ties, it's me again. I am doing another video. I am on vacay, so this is not the best setup, but I'm running it through my iPad, so we're just gonna deal with it. We're gonna run with it, right? So look, so I'm out here on vacation, minding my own black business, right? Enjoying what I want to enjoy, and we just happened to be cruising because my son likes to take cruises, and since it's his turn, so I have a wonderful suite. I'm relaxed as much as you can on a cruise, right? But we're having a good time, and so I'm seeing a lot of content come through my feed now. This is during the Olympics time. For those of you, I don't know when you're watching this, but this is August 2024. The Olympics are still going. And I'm getting a lot of social media stuff where it's a lot of the British Black people coming for Black Americans. Now, I see this happen in waves, right? And I usually don't get caught up because I don't really care. But this is the thing, and the reason why I'm speaking about it because it reminds me of how the Australians are coming for the Americans and in this one-sided beef. Like we didn't even know we were like in like a some sort of beef or turf war or something with the Australians, but the Australians are like literally like coming for Americans right now, and we're beefing. No, it's in relation to sport. They're just upset with the way we count our medals, and then within the time that they posted their posts, we jumped up in medals, but primarily they care only about the gold, and so we leapfrogged them, and now we're sitting at least as of when I talk in the number one position. They treat the medals as if they don't matter as far as the silver and the bronze, and well, they happen to matter because it breaks the tie if you're into that sort of thing. Right now, it's us over China, but that's neither here nor there. The stuff that I'm seeing is about all these black people who are from the UK come for Black Americans, and this is what I have to say. Um, Now, granted, I'm coming from a very biased point of view because I identify as an American. I am a Black woman. I am an American. I will always identify as American unless there's some reason why I shouldn't. I grew up here. I was an officer in the military, and this is what I would say this. I would say about this: America is clearly not a perfect country, but this is my country. So when people start coming for Black Americans, talking about you don't know who you are, know where you come from, there's so many ways of slicing that. I'm like, actually, yes, we do. We know that our lineage may date to maybe the western portion of Africa and there's some other places. But I would challenge many of these Black British about why they want to come for the Black Americans so much. Because Black Americans are not thinking about the Black British. We're not. There's nothing culturally that is enticing to us. I mean, like when we're over there, we enjoy the people, but at the end of the day, we live in our own world. We're so self-centered. I mean, a lot of people say the Americans are this and the other. Well, it's probably true, but we're not bothering you. We don't care. But the thing that's tickling me about the Black British is they're just kind of like, you don't know where you come from. I'm like, I don't think many of these people who are living over in the UK really know where they come from. Because there's been so many wars and tribal things and lines that have been drawn and redrawn. I'm like, are you sure you know where you come from? Number two, they have so much pride in their ethnicity and lineage. And I'm like, why are you not living in your homeland? Why are you not living in your homeland? Now, I hate getting in these diaspora wars because I feel like we are all Black people. We just have different cultures, right? It's okay. But they're so hyper focused on Black Americans. I'm like, I'm beginning to think that all these people who keep coming for Black Americans and we're not coming for them, we don't care, right? Y'all secretly want to be us. You copy our culture as much as you guys talk about culture, culture, culture. I'm like, but you wear our hairstyles, you wear our clothing, fashion. You listen to our music. You use our you are more hyper focused on us than we ever were on you. We don't care, and it's not that it's a bad thing. We're just into ourselves. We really are into ourselves. We don't wonder what you're doing over there. We don't care. We actually think that you guys are the ones who are the most confused. I've never met a bunch of people or have talked to a bunch of people who are constantly talking about, I am pick a country, Zimbabwean or Nigerian. I'm like, and yet you're living over here. You are choosing to go to the place that actually oppressed your country. Pretty soon, many of you are going to go live over in China and start talking this stuff because you're letting China come run roughshod through your country. You're colonized and conquered over there. We don't understand why, if you're so proud, why don't you fix what's going on in your country? You're letting everybody come over and take control of your country, your continent. They are siphoning off resources left and right, but you guys are worried about what the Black Americans are doing? You're wondering why we're not claiming certain things. I'm like, first of all, why would we want to claim a country when a group of people don't even like us anyway, even though I am trying to go visit the African continent in the next couple of years. But why would we claim something that doesn't even want us there? I'm laughing at my husband in the background. I'm probably going to have to cut this out. Anyway, why are you trying to claim a country? I mean, why are you caring about what we are claiming or not claiming? We don't care, right? They don't want us there anyway. It's not like you guys are inviting us to your picnics and stuff, right? When you guys get together, do you invite Black Americans to all of your get-togethers? No. We recognize it for what it is. We love all the Black people. We just created our own culture. The fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, check this out. We can trace our family back 200-300 years. It may not seem like much, but many of you have been like, I don't know what's going on with your censuses over there. I said it. They've been talking about it on the TikTok app too. But the fact of the matter is, what's going on in your country? Stop worrying about what's going on with Black Americans, saying that we're so ignorant. I'm like, y'all are ignorant. We know where we come from. We know that after several generations, you're considered whatever it is where you are, right? We consider ourselves American. Even the ones who want to be so Hotepian, we know that we have an African lineage, but at the end of the day, we are American. We know our families come from certain areas in the United States. We know that there are all these different cultures in the United States. I listen to a bunch of people who flock to the UK or whatever, and I'm like, they have no concept like of how they're showing up in this world. They don't even realize the fact that when they're literally trying to prove a point, but they look so dumb. I'm like, you literally left your homeland. I don't need to see you make your homeland. You love your homeland so much that you'd rather go to your oppressor's homeland and then try to pick a fight with the Black Americans. We're not bothering you. The fact of the matter is, we're all Black people. I don't know why you guys are trying to separate us so much, but we're all Black people. We recognize that we have a different culture. We recognize that we have different cultures, and that's okay. We're not knocking your culture. We're just good with ours. But y'all continue to come and knock our culture. We don't understand with this obsession. This is the thing. Our names stay in your mouths. And I just kind of feel like you want to skin us and wear us as cloaks or something because it's just so weird. Oh man, my allergies. It's really weird. Nevertheless, this is what I would say. For all the Black people in the UK, cut it out. Y'all need to focus on why y'all are rioting over there in the UK right now. Because all I see is y'all rioting and stealing. And I'm not saying this to Black people. I'm just saying this to UK in general. You need to figure out how to make your homeland better, right? I don't see you guys flocking to go back to whatever country you're coming from in Africa. I'm dying to get over there to go visit what I would consider to be the motherland, right? But what I don't want to hear is a bunch of weirdos being so obsessed with why they're like, well, you're the child of, you're descendants of slaves. We're descendants of people who weren't slaves too. Free men, they may have been people who did not look like me, because we know we have some of that mixture. But what I would say is it's just a weird thing to be hyper focused on. And I'm beginning to think that there's some sort of jealousy. I don't know why you're so hyper focused on Black Americans and their lineage. What do you want us to do about it? If anything, we need to look at the motherland and say, like, you know what, you guys are the worst because you sold your people off. We didn't sell ourselves off. And then you enslaved your own people on the continent. It's just so weird. And we still have love for y'all. That's what makes it so weird. We're like, we're just trying to love everybody. But you guys are hyper focused on Black Americans, and it's just so weird. You guys have nothing good to say. And the funny thing is, we don't care about what you guys got going on. We're like, go live over in Holland, go live over in the UK, or whatever, because we know that you guys are trying to live everywhere but your own country. When you get mad at us, we're like, why should we try to claim something that doesn't claim us? I don't claim anything other than American. I know where some of my family hails from, but I'm like, y'all are doing too much. It's just weird. It's just plain old weird. I don't get it. I don't know why. I think the thing that's so weird about it too is the fact that, like, I think deep down they want to elevate themselves to make themselves seem better than us. But the more they're doing it, the more we're like ignoring and we're like, go do what you want to do. We don't care. Like, we're doing us. We're all the way doing us. I don't care. But anyway, I just happen to see a lot of that in my feed, and I'm like, it's such a weird conversation to me that these Black British people are like going psycho cause division. They think like bringing in those from the Caribbean, like they know where they're from. I'm like, they're in the same exact situation. When people left the west coast of Africa, you either were dropped off in the Caribbean or you came here to the U.S. So for those people who are from the Caribbean, if they think, I mean, I think people think that this is a different thing. It's literally not. It's either you went to the West Indies or the Caribbean, or you went to the United States. They're in the same boat. They got a different accent. But they seem to think like, oh, well, the Jamaicans and I can never those from Bahamas or San Lucia or whatever are different. No, they're not. They're the exact same. They just happen to be over there in the islands. We happen to be on the mainland of the United States. It's literally that. But I think they like to elevate them. I'm like, they're the same. They're look, they're almost like little America. If you ask me, in the Americas, yeah, they have the islands, but I'm like, they're off the coast of the Americas. It's the truth. Look at the map. Nevertheless, I think they try to find a way to elevate themselves. And I guess because it's not working because Black Americans don't care, we're like, at the end of the day, you're trying to be like us. All the work that we did for human rights and civil rights and everything like that made it possible for people living around the world today. Let's call a thing a thing. It's not like the nations over in Africa are excelling at, you know, these types of things like human rights, civil rights, women's rights, whatever. They're not. How can you be so resource rich and be so conquered? Beautiful people over there, but we don't understand. Like, you have everything at your disposal, and yet you take from your own people. You sell them off into slavery. Like, I don't understand it at all. And I need to take some history courses because much of what I've learned, I've actually forgotten. Nevertheless, dear UK Black people, Black Americans are not checking for you at all. We have no beef with you. We have none. We recognize that we're all Black people, different cultures. We also realize that you guys are hyper focused on us. Like, I don't get it. Like, we just don't get it. And if you think that those from the Caribbean know their history, stuff like that, I'm like, you are mistaken. What's going on? What's going on with the video? Uh-oh. The video is videoing. I don't know what's going on. Nevertheless, those from the Caribbean are not doing any better than we are as far as history stuff. They got off the boat there, we got off on in the United States. What's going on? Okay, I'm back. That was weird. Anyway, the point I was making, I don't know how much of that you heard. I'm gonna have to probably cut a lot of this out. The point I'm making is people from the UK, I think, are causing division. They're trying to make it seem like those from the Caribbean are in a better situation. I'm like, they're literally all close to America. So you're stuck in the Caribbean into the United States, same situation. We're all black people. We love our Jamaicans and stuff like that. I mean, we get along with our Jamaicans. There's a little bit of playful rivalry stuff. At the end of the day, we're black people. We're not caught up, right? Like, it's not that serious. But the only ones who are losing their mind are those from the UK. I shouldn't say the only ones because, like I said, people from the islands, they try to separate themselves too. Everybody's trying to make themselves seem like they're better, but at the end of the day, um, both the good and bad parts of Black American culture are worldwide. It is what it is. You don't have to like it. It is what it is. I guarantee you, you're probably wearing something that was influenced by a black person or invented by a black person or something like that. You listen to black music. You have black lingo. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And then there's those who don't want to be black, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with my blackness. But I just feel like everybody just needs to just stop. Anyway, I said what I said. I'm sure it's going to make some people mad. And even after all of this, I feel like we're little, like play cousins or siblings that are fighting. We still have love for all of y'all. We really, really do. We just need to stop the divisive conversation, even though this conversation could have been seen as divisive. But I was feeling petty today. Cut it out. Like, we're not checking for y'all like that. Like, we want you guys to live your best lives because we're going to live our life regardless. We're going to live our lives regardless. We're going to do us. All right, I'm going to get off of this live here. And yeah, I'm just going to get off and something. Guys, go ahead and leave like a comment. Make sure you just like comment like how amazing I am. And go ahead and subscribe and send it to all of your cousins and your aunties and your moms and your sisters. Okay. All right. Like the video.